Before I throw good fresh oil and fresh parts at this GN125, I need to know if it's even worth saving. Today's job is simple: basic respect checks. Wake it up and find out what I've actually got here. The first check is always air. If it's been run with no air filter or a collapsed one, that's years of dust and grit gone straight through the engine. Well, this one's ugly, but it's all in one piece. Good enough for the first run. I'll replace it once it's proved itself. Next, spark. I'm not wasting a new plug until the ignition proves itself it's alive. You can read a lot of a plug. This one is dirty, but not drowned in oil, which is a really good sign. This is exactly what I wanted to see. The next thing to see if it can turn over. At the moment it's a little bit tight, but it gets there and I can move it. Well, considering how long this has been sat, that's not actually bad at all. It sounds like an engine I can work with, so the battery is well past it. It will need changing, but for now I'm going to be using a booster pack to start the bike. With my boosters selected onto boost mode, it is time to see if we got a spark. There we are, nice spark on there. That should be enough to get the bike started. That didn't take much to get the bike back into life again, so it does want to live, so I will do the effort of trying to make it live even better. So we will be upgrading a few things on there, trying to find a new exhaust for it. As you can see, this one here is well rotten. I need to make this bike look as good as I can because it's being sold to fund the next project. It is a CB750 bobber project, and now it's proved itself, it gets some respect. Fresh oil and a fresh filter. This old oil tells me a huge story about the engine. Dark and it's a bit thick. It is well done and it's definitely time to change it. Now the oil's all been drained, it's time to check the oil strainer. This is separate to the oil filter itself. It's just worth checking while you're doing this because you won't be able to do it later on. If there's any large chunks of metal in there, it's time to stop. With the 3 nuts on this, then the plate comes off. This exposes the oil filter with inside. If there's any large chunks of metal in this, there's definitely an issue with the engine. In our case, it seems to be pretty good. So new filter in, do the bolts back up again, and away we go. You need to ensure that both oil seals are installed correctly, otherwise it will not work as it should do. A quick wipe down on all surfaces with a clean rag is a good idea as you go along. You don't want to be making oil travel anywhere. We'll replace the cover, then do the bolts back up again. I torque these up to about 8 Newton meters. Keeping things nice and clean is paramount. Make sure you clean up as you go. Now the engine's finished draining, it's time to replace the plate for the strainer and to reinstall the drain plug again. Another quick little wipe up as you go, keeps everything nice and clean. Now onto the spark plug. We're installing a brand new spark plug, then tightening it back down. I found the spark plug to be gapped to the correct amount. I will be listing everything on screen. We are using 1040 Silcoline oil in this, and the capacity is 850 millilitres. Always fill to the recommended requirements. In this case it is 850 millilitres. If you want, you can measure it out into a measuring jug beforehand. but as you can see on the side of these containers has some kind of measuring device on there. When completed, reinstall the filler cap. Now I know the engine's good, I thought I'd treat it to a brand new exhaust. Being this is a GN125, I thought it'd be easy to locate an exhaust for it. However, this isn't the case. I didn't realise that in 2001 they stopped manufacturing this GN125 in Japan and they handed it over to the Chinese territory. They had redesigned some of them and this is one of the ones they redesigned. The exhaust is a different length. As you'll see later on, it will not line up. So I'll be on the lookout for a new exhaust. Can you recommend one for this? Drop us a comment in the below. Thank you. So on paper, this should be an easy win. Bolt was silent on, job done, but this is where the GN gets awkward. GN market GNs and Chinese market GNs do not always agree on parts, and this exhaust proves it. So we learnt a lot. The engine is healthy, it starts and it's taking new fresh oil, filter and a brand new spark plug. It is well worth saving. The only issue now is trying to locate the correct exhaust. If you know where I can get one for this for the 2006 model, drop me a comment. I'll be really happy if you can help us out on this. Thank you so much. Take care. Ride safe.